The neck heel shows some signs that I'm not letting the paint dry though before they put the neck in, but that's to be expected. It's a mass-produced guitar. Some really lovely flame pattern on here for something so cheap. That's one thing I've noticed with First Act. They seem to have some sort of monopoly on really nice wood for their necks. It's kind of strange. For something so cheap, I wouldn't expect a really nice flame job in the neck like this, especially such a fine one. Now I'm going to remove the tuning keys on here. These have 2 screws on each side and they just pop straight out. Just unscrew them. These aren't bad tuners, but they're not the best. The reason I'm replacing them is I don't really like the lack of safety that tuners on those guitars have. The kind of tuners that we're putting on Jason's guitar here, if you want to see an example, are on my Jazzmaster. Now, there's going to be probably a problem that would present itself to you, and that's the removal of these ferrules off the front of the guitar. But I found a lovely trick, especially on an angled headstock like this, is down in there's a little chamfered section that holds it in. You can take a little screwdriver like this and work them out by pushing around the edges with it. And that's how I remove them without damaging the guitar. There we go. Another way to remove them is to use one of these, but I don't always use those. Oh wait, that worked a lot better this time. So, just pop one off. Kind of want to support the headstock when doing this too. Yeah, we're going to just reuse the old ones because in real truth these new ones are a little too wide and these fit just fine anyway. So, but that shows you how the ferrules go in. They're just press fit. So, and then here's the test fit of the tuning machines. Right here we've got 6 of them. The tabbed ones with these decorative tabs on the end go at the ends. These without them go in between the ends, and they basically made up side by side like that. So you put all 6 in, and then we're gonna go ahead and make some pilot holes with some tools. Top one goes up there, and there is what they look like in place. And in order to get them straight, what I usually do is I usually start with the first one and do a pilot hole right here with a screwdriver just to mark the spot where we need the pilot hole. Actually, what I'll do here is I'll go ahead and put it in there, put it in there. As for the ones underneath, I'm not even going to bother filling them because these are going to cover those up. There's just no point in it. It's one reason why I picked this style of tuner for it. Well, another reason out of numerous reasons besides the fact that I also really like them. The reason I use this for pilot holes is there's no way your drill bit can slip and fall off the hole very easily when you're doing this. So that's why I do them up like this by hand. Okay, now we're going to dismantle the pick guard. The little switch tip just pulls right off. The knobs would have been easier to remove had I left them on there, but I can remove them without it. Removed. Now we just got to undo the screws here, or the bolts that hold the knobs in. So those come out. We're going to be keeping 2 of these, and one of these on the end is going to be changed into the push-pull pot for some wiring options. So these just pull straight out. Pop them straight out. Then we're going to Sometimes these don't want to go. Alrighty. Those are the switch screws. Those just put this thing together pretty well, I might say, on this part. Just undo the screws. Then we're going to undo the screws down here. These are screws for the bridge humbucker pickup. Just go in there, they come out like that. They're long, thin screws, and they have springs underneath like that right there. So these are the screws for the pick guard, what they look like. The screws for the bridge pickup. We've got our middle pickup, which comes out like this. I'm going to use a bigger screwdriver because it grips the threads better. There we go. Now we'll take the third one out. Now we just lift the pick guard straight off. Put the springs for the pickups over here. As you can see, we pull these out. And there's the entire wiring harness removed from the guitar. And that's what the pick guard looks like fully removed. We don't need that anymore. There we are. Now we're going to take the new one. We're going to do a couple things first. We're going to take these pickups and we're going to wax pot them. What is wax potting? Well, wax potting waxes the inside of the coils so they don't squeal. First acts have a real tendency to squeal, and I've got a way to get around that problem really easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build a cardboard surround for the bridge pickup that fits it snugly, as in I'm going to build a duct tape and cardboard surround for it. We're going to take each of these pickups, we're going to put them in a L'Oreal wax bath full of paraffin wax. I've done this on my Squire 7-string and my Telly and several others, and it works great. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do, is use a L'Oreal wax bath to wax pot all three pickups and make sure that they don't squeal or whatever. Anyway, to remember the wires to each pickup, bridge pickup's black, middle pickup's blue, and the neck pickup is red. I'm also doing this to remind myself. Okay, now where's the end of the tape on the windings? And that's the trick with these, is you have to find where the tape on the end of the windings is. So yeah, one of the harder parts about adding wiring for single hum operation is finding the tape. If we can't find the tape, I can't do it because I don't want to destroy or run the risk of destroying this pickup, because this pickup sounds pretty good. Okay, to show you what I'm doing before to prepare these for wax potting is I am screwing the covers on, because they're going to be held by the wire when they're put in the wax bath, and then I'm going to let them bubble until they stop bubbling. The whole idea here is to trap the wax inside, and then I'm going to throw them in the freezer for a couple of seconds to let the wax cool. Works perfectly every time I've done it, so that's how I'm going to do it. Now we've got the pickups sitting in the wax. Over here is the humbucker. As you can see, it still bubbles a little bit. I have to keep on going until it stops bubbling. Same here with the single coil pickups.